Hello guys, and welcome to our brand new YouTube channel where we're going to be reviewing movies and give you YouTube recommendation. One of the worst things that I've experienced, I'm sure many people experience, is that you have your internet connection, you have your Netflix subscription, but you just don't know what to watch. This is the channel that's going to save you from all that, because we're going to be reviewing some of the top movies that dropped in the last 7 days. I'm going to be recommending cool movies to you that you should watch on Netflix, and you should probably go to the cinema to see as well. And my name is Emmanuel Atta. On social media, I'm known as the Moral Nigerian. I'm the moral guy. Trust me, you're going to find out as we go in this channel.
Okay, so my name is Cecilie Schrøder. On social media, I am El Susan on all my social media pages.
Is it a Kosoko that I know, or that we all know?
Can we not talk about that?
This is a we know. All right, so today we're going to be talking about one movie that has been talked about, and different people have different opinions about it, and that is titled the
Tinder Swindler.
Yep, the Tinder Swindler. It's gonna. I mean, what's your first impression of that movie? First impressions.
Okay, I'm not going to start with the guy. I'm going to start with the reaction of people, and I felt like people were way too emotional. Well, in a situation for human beings, we tend to be on the side of the people we feel are the victims. But if we critically look at the situation, we are just being emotional because the guy in question did not exactly do something bad, or did he?
Okay, so for me, my first impression of that movie was that that guy is an absolute genius. Like, it's an absolute genius. First of all, I mean, he played his cards just right. I'm sure he spent time studying women. He knew what to say. He knew what to do, you know. And the thing is, this particular movie is actually a mirror of our society. It's actually, I think that's when, like, actually a documentary. And actually, when I first heard of it, I thought it was a movie. But when I went to see it, it was actually a documentary, which makes sense. And it's still, I think it's still ranking on Netflix as one of the top movies in the last 30 days. I feel so, or 60 days.
And I think it is one of those documentaries that would not just go away. It would never go. They are always going to be making references to it every time. Honestly
speaking, because it is everyday life. First of all, let me say something here.
Okay.
Before this, I don't know why this thing is making a buzz. The reason is because women have been swindling guys for ages.
Easy.
So I see no reason. Wait first. No, now. Even right now in our society, we have a lady that's going to be dating like 3, 4, 5 guys and collecting money from here, getting money from here, you know, living large on guys, and it doesn't make news. We see it as normal. It's not a big deal. So but if it's a guy that does it to a lady, my goodness, it makes news. It makes the Netflix make a documentary about it, and you know. So I actually feel that this movie, for me, I feel it's overrated. There's nothing that happened in that movie that is new. These situations happen regularly from different parts of the world, all over the world.
Okay, but for me, I feel most people were saying the argument is, oh, it cannot happen to me. It's just too stupid. Like, how can a billionaire say, oh, I'm broke, give me money? And some people are saying, if a billionaire is your friend,
my goodness,
you would want to
give him money.
But that is not the point. Like, there was a lot of red flags. In fact, it was not red, it was blood red, color deep. I don't even know what to call it. It was
soaked in red, soaked in blood flags.
I feel like we have what he did was, for everyone, we usually have this picture of the kind of person. We have this fantasy man or woman. So what the Tinder Swindler did was to project and put himself in that light to
play into that fantasy.
Exactly. Yeah. So it felt like, oh, there's no perfect anywhere. It felt like the perfect guy. Money was going on, vacations.
He was handsome.
He was caring. He had
he said all the right words.
He's taking care of his everything that women want. So is it our fault? I think it's.
I mean, you know what? You know why I think this guy is actually genius? The part where he actually brought in a lady that has a child for him. That part hits a woman's most how will I put it? As in what they need most in a guy, which is that ability to feel secured. That for you to still be taking care of a child that you have with another woman means that you are a responsible guy. You are responsible. You are alive to your responsibilities. That I mean, this is the kind of guy I want in my life. And first of all, the first lady, what is Cecilie Is it Cecilie or Cecilia? Or Cecilie anyway. She, first of all, you meet someone online, and then he invites you for a fancy cocktail. Okay, I think the first meeting was a coffee meeting, right? So they had coffee, and after, just immediately after that, he invited you on a private jet to, is it Amsterdam, or where did they go to that first time? I mean, first of all, have you not watched serial killer movies before? How can you just jump on a private jet and go somewhere with a guy that you've met for, like, that you've just known for like 2 days, or how many days, and then you jump on a private jet? Like, come on now.
And the argument is, we understand that love can happen, but me, I am of the opinion that there's nothing like instant love, like you fall in love instantly. Because she's saying, people are saying, oh, if it's your boyfriend, they agree to date, and then they are dating their boyfriend and girlfriend, and it can happen. It doesn't happen. See, life, there are some things you cannot cheat out of. Like, it doesn't work that way. You can't just see someone and then you fall in love instantly, and then you feel like it is okay to go on trips and all that. And to, because if you're going on trips with someone, you are saying, I totally trust this person. I am the same hand. How can you do that with a total stranger? How?
I mean, honestly speaking, I feel that, do you think that kind of a thing can happen to us here in Nigeria?
No, it cannot, because we are wired differently. Especially when it comes to money. No.
We are, in short, first of all, our walls, ladies in this part of the world, their walls are up.
Wall of Jericho.
They don't trust easily.
Wall of Jericho, then wall of Nigeria.
No matter how much money you have, first of all, no lady is going to enter into a private jet with you just like that.
Even if they do, let's assume they do.
Okay.
Let's assume they do, because some do. Let's be honest. Some.
Okay. Well, yeah. Of course. Okay. So now, even if you agree to go on a like wild party with a guy, which, like, according to you, some do, but I know that most people in this our part of the world, man, trust is an issue. I mean, for the sensible ladies, anyway.
Even the non-sensible ladies, trust is an issue.
Yeah. Okay. So, but when I first started watching that film, the Tinder Swindler, one of the things that I realized was there's a lot of publicity going on for Tinder on that movie, and I felt that, are you sure this movie is not sponsored by Tinder? Because Tinder is like, I mean, Tinder has been on my radar. I've heard about it here and there. I know one or two people that have been on it, but it's not I've not seen it as a big deal social media platform that I even want to belong to. But I feel that this film has given Tinder a lot of publicity.
Good or bad publicity?
A lot of publicity, and now many people now also, I mean, Tinder is strictly for relationship anyway. It's a place for relationship, and many people that didn't know about Tinder before, because of this documentary, because of this film, they now know about Tinder. I'm sure Tinder's registration has gone up since this movie came out. I'm
is it
sure
supposed to go up or down?
Well, I mean, I don't think it is going to go down, because Tinder was projected in a good light, not in a bad light. Tinder just brought those two people together, you know. So it didn't have a role. Tinder itself did not have a role to play in the whole thing that happened in that film. You know, Tinder just brought them together. Now people see Tinder as a place where, I mean, Tinder has been able to PR itself as a place where you can meet and find love. Now, but then,
hold on.
Yeah.
Do you think you can find genuine love on Tinder? Let's be realistic. Let's be 100% factual. Do you think we can find real love on?
I know one or two people that have found love on Tinder. I know one or two people that have found love, and some of them are actually in serious relationships right now. So yes, I don't go on social media to find love. I don't even, for me personally, for me, I don't think you can actually find love on social media. I'm more of a traditional person. I believe that the people I fall in love with are the people that I know already. Do you think that women will stop falling for things like this?
No, because for every girl, even the strongest of all, even the people that are saying, oh, I'm independent, I can take care of myself, I don't want to have anything to do with a man, we all have people that we have in our head, the picture of the perfect man. We have an ideal man that we have in our head. So I don't think it would ever stop. There will be another thing that will come in another form, and people would still fall.
Yeah. Also, I would like to compare. You know, there are a lot of movies that are in this category of a super smart guy that kind of like comes and does something smart that deals people. And one of the best films I watched growing up, my teenage years, was a film titled Hustle. It's a seasonal film. This is a group of guys that are swindlers, and each of them used to pull short cons. But when they came up as a group, they decided to pull long cons that brought them hundreds of thousands of pounds because they were European. And the leader of I remember the name of that guy. The leader of that gang was Danny Blue. They were clean young men, clean guys. Like these guys, they knew how to speak. Their accents was fantastic. Like they drove well. Their fashion sense is impeccable, and they would swindle companies of big, as in cash. But you see, why I feel that this won't stop happening is because it takes a greedy person to be duped.
Is he a greedy person? Because now you made mention of this particular movie that you saw while you were growing up.
Yeah.
Now the thing that is the familiar pattern that I'm seeing in all these things is that they tend to brand themselves in an image where the society will see them as successful.
Of course. And everybody likes it successful. Everybody wants to be associated with success.
It's not just like a girl thing. It is more like a society thing.
Of course. Just like, I mean, there's a movie we're going to be talking about next in the next video. With that, I think you should subscribe right now so that you can get notifications to get every review when we drop. We're going to be talking about the Anna what's her name?
Inventing Anna.
Inventing Anna, yes. That is another fantastic movie, somehow related to what we're talking about, where a super smart person tries to swindle a lot of people, and her name is Anna
Sorokin. I think she has two.
She has two names, and that film, I feel that we will not stop. Those kind of things will not stop happening, because as far as we idolize success in our society, where we feel that, man, as far as you are dressing well, you smell good, you're driving a good car, you sleep in hotels rather than in your house, that is kind of like what society now defines as what's success. And as far as we keep keep idolizing that model as success, we are prone to keep falling for scams like this. Organizations are prone to keep falling for scams like this.
Why is it that if a man, let's say, okay, fine, he has money, famous, this, that, we see that he's a toxic person. We see ladies leaving that relationship because of the toxic situation in their relationship. And we will wholeheartedly
enter that relationship.
Like, what is going on?
Let me go and see for myself.
Is it that you want to go and see the danger?
Let me go and see for myself.
Or you think you can change him and you can make him better and you can make him better for yourself? Like, how does it work?
Well, like, from my own opinion on that is that I feel that, just like the Simon Leviev case, I feel that a lot of ladies will still, like I said, is currently dating a Jewish model,
like a very fine,
pretty girl at that. So, and listen, I feel is the conception of one man's food is another man's poison. If you don't want him, please give him to us. Let us give him to us. So I think that is why that situation is there, because I mean, if you, like you say, a girl will leave a relationship that is toxic, and she will even say that, oh, this guy is maltreating me, and that just the very next day, sure, the people that advise her to leave the relationship, you'll be surprised that he's dating one of them. The same people that say you need to leave that guy, they are telling you to leave the guy because they want to jump in and replace you.
Like, it's just okay. So out of I think there were about 3 ladies that.
There are about 3 ladies.
They spoke about their experience.
There's a Cecilia lady, and but I didn't really get the second lady. The second lady
is the one that I feel bad for, because it was not on the relationship level.
Exactly, I was like,
it was on a friendship
level. Were they dating, or was it just
No,
friendship?
it was like, let's hang out, or I'm in your area.
Oh, because I was a bit confused. That was the aspect of that film that really confused me. I was like, are these people dating? Because it kept showing her his girlfriend that he just met in models.
I was like, dating. She said it initially. I think that's the thing with white people.
Yeah.
As compared to black people, it tends to compromise a lot. White people, they say, oh, I don't like this. He's not my kind of guy. And then she was straightforward, and then she said, oh, I don't want a relationship. We can be friends and all that. So that is the only person I actually feel bad for, because it was a friendship. He broke their friendship. He exploited their friendship. So that was what I felt. That was at that point I felt bad. But this first and the third lady, I don't even feel back for that one because she was smart. She got her money back, chop, clean out, she left everything.
Yeah.
It was the first lady. That one was...
And the truth of the matter is, I actually felt kind of bad for the first lady, the Cecilia lady, because of the fact that the way they ended that film, I mean, they don't put her face that Cecilia is still single. And in my mind, I was like, hey, man, she's still on Tinder. She's going to be single for a long time.
She's still on Tinder.
She's still on Tinder. She went back on. She said yes. That the very next day I went back on Tinder. Look, in as much as those ladies were victims, the society will leave. I'm not sure men, especially that Cecilia, I'm not sure any man might want to get involved with her because of this issue of trust.
No. I don't think no. If it was a Nigerian situation, maybe, but they don't care.
What I mean is this: you see, men bond with each other. Men bond with each other. If you do something to a guy, if let me say you cheat on a guy or something like that, or even let me say a guy does something bad to a lady, realize that the men community will rally around that guy and still defend him in a certain way. So that's why I'm saying that lady, after she went to expose that guy in the newspaper, she was granting interviews to different news stations, going on tour, going on radio, going on TV, talking about this guy. I'm sure, for me, I feel that most men will want to avoid her. We just don't want to. We want to just avoid her totally and say, man, I beg.
Because
I don't want that kind of drama in my life. That's number one. Number two, what if the relationship goes bad? Is that how you will go and carry my case everywhere? So many guys would even blame the lady, because when the first article was published about the swindler, a lot of comments that were on that article were negative. They were blaming the lady that, oh, you are a gold digger. It takes a greedy person to be duped. The comments on that particular article that was first published by that, I think it was a Swedish company, I believe so, were bad, honestly, ridiculous comment that I even felt bad for the lady. Like, come on now, And so I'm of the opinion that, you see, the way they ended the documentary was in a very, very somber mode, very nice. They put her face there, and they down wrote there, she's still single, kind of like advertising her that maybe in case you're interested, you could go on Tinder and search for her. I felt sorry for the lady. Actually, I felt bad for her because I know that her love life is just in the mess, in the dump.
Well, I don't think a love life is a mess. I don't think. If she was like a Nigerian girl and maybe it's like the Chidema case or the cases we have here.
Yeah.
But they'll be fine. They'll be fine. But is it, now that she brought the whole thing out, the old movies everywhere, do you think it was a good idea? Like, looking at the whole thing now, if you could go back in time to advise her, and she was saying, oh, Mora Nigerian, no, I want to go online, I want to tell the world what this guy did, would you have advised her to take that step of going to the journalists and reporting to the authorities?
Well,
would you have, like,
if you did not report to a journalist, we will not be doing this YouTube video anyway, so
valid. that was solid.
So thank you for exposing the guys so that we can review and talk about you. And for Simon Leviev, please leave a comment on this video. If you see this video, let me not say I'm your fan, but the only parts of Simon Leviev that I did not like is that the guys, well, all swindlers anyway, is cold-blooded evil.
So if we want to start pointing fingers and we say the girl is at fault, Simon is at fault, then we can't just exactly leave out the society, because he is a product of the society and the environment he grew up in. I am not justifying what he did, but if we want to be pointing fingers, we can't leave the society out of it.
Society is what it is. You see, for me, I'm not the kind of person that kind of blames circumstances for your own circumstance. We are the architects of our destinies. We decide what we want to be in life. A lot of people have come out of worst backgrounds, of worst situations, that Simon Leviev grew up in, and they have become pilots, they have become doctors, they have become billionaires even, you know. And so coming up from a horrible background is not a justification for you to live a life of crime, you know. Yes, yeah, of course, I admit that he's a genius. You know, they say necessity is the mother of invention, actually. So I mean, he looked at the situation and I was like, what do I have?
You just admit that he's a genius. You said you like the genius, like
no, of course, the guy is a genius. No, seriously, the guy, Leviev is a genius, and he looked at his life and said, what do I have going for me? You know, just like what you do when you have nothing. You say, okay, good, I can speak well, I'm handsome, I am smart. Okay, what can I do? And you looked at the next easy thing, and he did it. But some other people will have turned those same resources he had to do something good.
But yes, if he had, I'm not supporting bad things. But let's say he had decided that, okay, I'm not going to be a bad person. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to channel my smartness into doing something good. It would not be famous now. It's not going to be popular.
But do you need to be famous? Do you need to be famous?
But you don't need
what is this? What is this drug called fame that we all need?
But the situation is bad situation, kind of. You know, they say when a closed door, when the door closes, another one opens. It's not less like a bad door, a good bad door closed.
A bad door closed, and in short, don't even a door, a gate open, because now the guy is a business consultant. He has a website where he's giving people business advice, and he's bagging endorsements here and there. A lot of fashion brands are endorsing him. He's now, are you kidding me?
Like, it's just be.
Are you kidding me? It's like when you do bad, the world gets to notice you, and then you start doing good.
Good works more for bad.
Look, that does not mean that those of you out there that are working hard, that are hustling, you're on the wrong track. Look, you're on the right track. Forget the life of crime.
It's just the way society painted success.
Is not, in the end, it just will not pay. In the end, it just will not pay. It's just because of the way we idolize success. We idolize in our society. We idolize fame. We love people that are famous. We love people that are successful.
We respect people,
and that is why people keep falling for scams like that.
And that is why there will always be a repeat.
There will always be a repeat.
A cycle, an endless cycle.
I watched a movie, a 2002 Steven Spielberg movie titled "Catch Me If You Can," where this Abigail, I can't remember his name. His name is it whether something Abigail? I mean that, where he knew how to forge checks. He was, and then he passed off himself like a pilot. He worked as a pilot when he had no experience piloting, you know, because he saw that, I mean, being a pilot would you know, there's respect for pilots in society. He pretended to be a pilot flying planes across the sky when he was not a qualified pilot. You know, he forged a lot of checks, was living large. After that, he became a doctor. After that, he became a lawyer. You know, when he was smart, actually, to be able to forge checks, to be able to swindle the entire U.S. banking system. Guess what happened to him? After a detective caught him and put him in jail for whether, is it 3 years or how many years, they brought him out. Now he's a consultant for the FBI.
Like,
he's a consultant, and he's still alive. He's a consultant for the FBI.
Go that route. I'm not sure you will be working for the FBI. So,
look, but at the end of the day, the life of crime doesn't pay. But let me ask you, let's close with this question. Will ladies keep falling for swindles like this, for guys that package themselves like this? Will ladies keep falling for scams like this?
Definitely. It's never going to stop. Definitely.
Because, I mean, these stories are enough to learn from. But, I mean, what do you think? I mean, just leave a comment. Let us know. Do you think women will keep falling for scams like? Do you think women actually learn, or outrightly women don't learn? They will keep falling for scams like this. I mean,
let's say women. Maybe what do you think? Women.
Because the funny thing is, right now, Simon Levy is a free man. He's enjoying himself
with another girl,
with another lady, with another fantastically beautiful,
sweet, beautiful girl
lady. You know, so I mean, didn't she see those reports, see those documentaries, see the Tinder Swindler? Or maybe she just doesn't care, you know. So I mean, subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and hit the bell icon. Hit the bell icon so that you can get a notification whenever we drop a new video. Because we're going to be, the next film we're going to be reviewing, we're going to be talking about
Inventing Anna.
It's actually another very smart person that swindled a lot of people. So it's kind of like similar to the Tinder Swindler. So let's kind of like let's talk about it next and see how we're going to be.